Hello investors and stock traders. I hope you had a fantastic week. I definitely did, and I was able to take advantage of what the market gave me, that's for sure. Today marked my 7th day in a row having a profit, so I was very excited about that. Today I had a 1.03% gain. So far, month to date, if you are keeping track of the top 7 and you have all those stocks and also the extra ones I'm talking about evenly, then you should be up 6.48% so far this week. Of course, that'll depend upon how much you put in it, what entry price you got, but those are good stocks and good things that are going on. I had a goal at the beginning of the year for a 200% gain. I'm excited that I am right at 265.44% year to date, so marching right along and doing very well. And I'm looking forward to setting new and bold records this year. Today I had no intraday trades. I wasn't making any day trades whatsoever today. I just didn't have the right setup that I like to look for. I like to get in early before most of the market opens, before those Schwab and TD Ameritrade people can trade, and I like to use Webull to do that. I think it provides me a really nice advantage if I have fresh news. They can't trade yet. I can get in before the FOMO happens. If you are looking to have that type of advantage also, I highly recommend Webull, and you can find a link in the description down below. And you get a free stock when you sign up, and you get another free stock when you deposit money. So that's a great way, and I think a very powerful broker, and I love using it each and every day. It works great for me. I have a couple sales to report. I sold Roku, sold R-O-K-U for a 1% gain today. And then the other one I parted with, and I did so a little early. I usually like to go into these type of trades about 5 days, and instead I went in 4. And I saw an opportunity just to get a small gain out of it, and so I did. I sold NGM for a 0.56% gain, so not very much. But there's other picks that did really well for me today, definitely. If you're looking for a strategy that works and you're looking to be a part of something where everyone tries to help each other, we have our Patreon group, and you can find that also in the link down below. It's a great group and a lot of great people that are working together to be profitable. So if you want to get the trades as soon as possible, so I do insider alerts on that page. You can definitely get an advantage by getting in those insiders early. The market moves really fast also. I do lots of alerts for sales on different things that I think, hey, it's time to get out of this, time to get out of that. It doesn't cost very much, and definitely you'll make up the money for it in just one good trade. So I kind of want to talk about some of the things that I think are really important if you are a new investor, or even if you're an investor who's invested a long time. I want to encourage you some things that I've just found over the years of investing, and I definitely in the past have pushed for a stock to be a part of a strategy that I'm working on, and it didn't quite line up, or it didn't have something in the list that I was looking for. And I highly recommend you to pass on something like that. Just remember this saying that when you push, you get punished. You are only as good as the stocks that you trade, and it is so important in your stock selection that if you have this, and this that you're looking for in a stock before you enter, to really be disciplined and don't enter that stock until you have this, and this. And it sounds simple, but it's so easy to do. I just highly recommend that you follow that strategy. Also, have a plan for everything you buy and have an exit point planned. What I like to do is I like to write down, okay, I'm looking for this in a stock, and if it's got it, then I go in. If I see this, or if I get a news event that hits it negatively, and even if I'm negative in it, I will move out of it and get an exit. So many people and so many young investors say, oh, I can't sell it because I'm down. That is not a very good strategy. You have to have an exit strategy for a stock, and you have to get to a point, especially if you're going to intraday trade, that if a stock turns against you, that you have an exit plan to get out. It is so much better to get out and take a small loss than hold in and be down in it and be a bag holder for a long time. And here's why I say that, because it's the amount of time that you have to wait for that stock to turn around. Let's say you're down 10% in a stock and you feel like you can't sell it, but it's just getting worse and worse. Let's say there's a government investigation on a stock that you own. Highly recommend selling a stock if you have a government investigation going on. But let's say you have that going on and you're down 10% and you're thinking, I can't sell it now, I'm down 10%. Well, it's only going to get worse, and you may have to wait years to recover. And I know investors that'll stay in a stock for years. They'll be quote unquote a bag holder for years. And the amount of money that you could have made in the investment that you have in there, if you would have put it in good picks over a long period of time, especially if you have a good strategy that works, it just really hurts your portfolio over the long run. So I would say you have to have an exit point. And sometimes it's painful, but sometimes you just need to move out of a stock. so that you can get into something good. And also the other thing is, you know, so often people hear that I invest and they'll be like, oh, did you get this stock? It ran 130%. Or you hear of this stock running 100% and you feel bad. You feel like you're missing out. I want to say to you, sometimes stocks are going to run 100% that we miss. That's just how it is. We miss opportunities each and every day. But I want to encourage you because there are opportunities each and every day. So tomorrow there'll be another opportunity and you might find a stock that fits within your strategy and make 100% on it. Rather than lamenting about something that you didn't get in and you missed an opportunity, now you're paying 60 to 100% too much for it. Now you're in it. Now everyone else sells out of it. Now you are a bag holder in it. And so that's what you really want to avoid. Only buy stocks that fit within what you are trying to do in your strategy. That was something that was just kind of brought up and talked to me about, you know, hey, wanting me to cover. So I think it was a good thing to do. All right, let's get to the top 7 because we definitely got a lot of stocks to cover. The first is PSTI. So this one is not in the top 7. Because it shot up and it did really well with insider activity, and then ever since it has fallen, and there are some people who are upside down in this. Today it finished down 1.43% again. Clover Wolf Capital bought shares. I definitely believe in it. It was a very good insider activity. It was multiple days in a row. I'm still up in it because when I recommended it, it was down around the 840 price range, and so those in the Patreon group got in on this early, and they should have a good average also. There are some that have just gotten in late and then have just kind of said it's a terrible pick. Well, actually, when I did it originally, it's a great pick. Being up 6 to 8% and something like that, I mean, it's pretty good. So we'll call that C. B is Z for Zillow. I like Zillow. It finished up 11.68%. I like it because they beat revenues by 25%. And so I'm feeling very, very bullish on this stock. I think over the next couple of days, it's definitely going to run. It ran quite a bit today, and I think it's not done. I think funds will get in it, and those fund managers will start buying it. It's hard to turn around a train once that starts to happen. So I think Z is a very good pick for Monday morning. Another one is FSLR. Had fantastic earnings. Finished up today 13.14%. They beat revenues by 20% plus. Very, very good. And so I think over the next few days, it's the same story. I think as Zillow, I think it's going to increase over the next couple of days. So that's a good couple day hold because they had such great earnings. All right, number 7, and this is brand new to the list, and this is ACI. This is Albertsons Stores, and they finished up 0.52%, so not a lot. I am right even on this stock since the time I recommended it on Patreon, so it hasn't really moved up that much. Anyway, they had 3 different officers who bought shares, and they paid the exact same price me or you would pay. I feel very bullish about that. I love it when multiple officers buy into a stock, and this is an insider swing play that we're playing, and so I think it's going to do very well. Number 6, and this is new to list also, is SLB. Schlumberger finished up 1.60% today. I was able to get in it this morning, and also it's another one that was called out on the Patreon group right away on our Discord, and a 291,000 insider buy by Mark Papa. Sounds like a made-up name, or maybe he's a rapper or something, but anyway, he bought shares, so it's great. I feel like it's very bullish, definitely. Number 5, and this has been on the list a couple days, is EHTH. EHTH, which I made the mistake of in the last video, but it finished up 3.96% and had a $3.6 million by the CEO. So if you're in the stock, you're doing very well. It should continue to go up, and we shall see how it goes. Feel very good about that. Number 4 is TTOO. TTOO finished up 3.03% today. Earnings are coming up, and I think this is the time to get in. Their sepsis machines, they cost about $100,000, and they've been shipping them and selling them, and hospitals really need them. And also there's other things that that machine can test. And so I think TTOO is a really safe bet, definitely for earnings. I think they're going to have a really good one. They're definitely going to outdo last year, that's for sure. So it should be good. Number 3 is SBH, Sally Beauty Holdings, and it finished up 2.23%. This has been on the list a couple of days, and it's doing very well. It's been up every day. Multiple insider buys, but multiple officers, again, my favorite. Done in open market, done at the exact same price me or you would pay. So I think SBH is a great investment. Number 2, this one is just doing fantastic. Ever since I added to the list, it just continues to march up, and that is AQST. And I know its PDUFA date is quite a ways away, but today it finished up another 3.71%. It's definitely surging since its earnings. They had terrific earnings. This is just a stock we've just been kind of holding and really enjoying that run up. It's really doing great. And number 1, this stock is just done terrific. This is an insider swing play. It is GPRE, and it was up 9.87% today, and I don't think it's done. I think there's lots of room to run. Both the CEO and a director have bought shares on multiple days. Again, multiple officers going into a stock. stock. This is a very good play, and GPRE is a great choice. I do a lot of work for this list, so if you could do me a huge favor and please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. And then also, if you're seeing me for the first time and you like what I have to say and you want to keep up to date on all the great picks, please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. Let's have a fantastic week and continue to roll right along, and Raythoven out.